Amy Pinnell, Community Development Director for the town of Brazelton, and we are here today with Alex Ballone with Pioneer Digital Marketing. You are a marketing expert, and Alex has been with us a couple of times, and we're so excited to have him again with us. And we're going to be talking about backlinks and local marketing, and this is a subject that is really confusing to me, and I assume is probably confusing for other folks too. So that's why we're going to be kind of covering this.
Yeah.
So backlinks are links from one website to another?
Yep.
Okay, and is it possible to get kicked off Google? You're going to tell us about that, right?
Great question, Amy.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. So a backlink, like she said, is just one link from a website to another. Backlinks contribute to SEO because they help give your website trust and credibility.
What is that SEO? What are we talking about?
Great question. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and all that is coming up on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and higher search results. That way you get more traffic to your website. So backlinks matter locally because they help you rank above your competitors in your local area. Let's think about the Cotton Calf, for instance. Right over here, they're a local steakhouse. If somebody in the Brazelton area Googled steakhouse, Cotton Calf is probably going to come up number one because they provide great food. They're incredible. Highly recommend the restaurant if you haven't been there. But if somebody in Atlanta was to Google steakhouse, it's probably not going to come up because there's so many other steakhouses in Atlanta.
Okay.
So how do you come up number one on Google? Backlinks are actually what we would call a top ranking factor. The more links that you get to your website from credible sources, other websites, is going to help give your website trust and credibility. In old SEO, people would take a bunch of keywords that were highly searched for and put them all over your website. We call that keyword stuffing.
Okay.
Google doesn't like that because then they were showing results that weren't worthwhile.
Okay.
So what they found a way to do is they use backlinks as their safety procedure to make sure that companies were getting credibility from other companies to come up higher on Google. How do we do that? There's really no one great answer. It's something that as a digital marketer, I still have a hard time wrapping my hands around doing a really, really great job about it. This is the benefit to having a local community. Brazelton has an awesome local community. Buy local Brazelton, Brazelton Tech. There's lots of parts of Brazelton that are helping local companies. Take advantage of those partner companies.
So Alex, how do we obtain backlinks?
Great question. There's multiple different types of backlinks and multiple ways that people have gotten really creative to do it. Like we mentioned earlier, one of the best ways is just to network with local businesses. You can ghostwrite a blog for your friend that runs a business in the local area, and then they can give you a link from their website to yours because you wrote the blog for them. You're helping them out, and in return, they're going to give you a link. That's a great way to do it. There's a couple interesting ways, and before we get there, I want to talk about the two different types of backlinks. One is called a do-follow backlink, and another one is called a no-follow backlink. A do-follow backlink will send traffic to your website and also give you SEO juice. A no-follow backlink is a backlink that will send traffic to your website but doesn't give you SEO juice. Why did Google do that? A great example would be Twitter.com, Facebook.com, Instagram.com. All of those massive social media companies have really authoritative websites that if you were to get a do-follow backlink from them, it would give you a lot of SEO juice and a lot of credibility. So what people started doing is they would tweet just a link to their website. That way it said Twitter.com was linking to Buy Local Brazelton or Brazelton, the town of Brazelton.net or whatever the local website is. Google had to come out with a no-follow backlink. That way, people couldn't hack the system by going into big authoritative websites, linking back to themselves and getting a bunch of SEO juice from that. Then Google started showing results that were not, or search engines would show results that weren't worthwhile, so they had to create a no-follow backlink. That way you could still get directions and traffic from a tweet or a Facebook post or an Instagram, but it wouldn't give all that SEO juice to rank your website.
Okay.
So the difference between a do-follow backlink and a no-follow backlink is one that gives SEO juice and one that does not. And there's different ways you can figure that out. There's different backlink trackers, which we'll get here to a second. But before we address that, I also want to talk about black hat versus white hat backlinks.
Okay.
There are some contractors out there in third world countries around the world where you can pay $100 and get 50 backlinks for your website. Don't do it. Bad idea. Because if you do, and Google finds out, and they will find out because it's easy to figure out what websites are just putting random links on there to get your website more traffic. If Google figures this out, they will blacklist you or put you on a list where you no longer receive traffic.
No, we don't want that.
Don't want to do that. So don't ever, if it seems really easy to get a backlink, bad idea. Don't do it.
If there's bad links out there, how do we know and how do we keep up with those? How do we clean that up?
Yeah, great question. So what I always like to recommend is a software. And the softwares that I use out there can either be kind of expensive or you only get a free trial for a few days. But my agency uses a software called SEMrush. You can just Google that, SEMRUSH.com, and they do a $7 7-day trial where you can go in, you can put your website down, and it will give you a whole SEO analysis on your website, which is really cool. And in that SEO analysis, they include a backlink audit, which is just all of the links from your website that are being linked from other websites, just all your backlinks. And it will tell you if it's a good link or if it's a bad link. And it'll say this is 87% toxic or 7% non-toxic. And what it will do is it'll say these are the links that you might want to look into. I highly recommend doing that as a business owner. Another great tool is Ahrefs. It is free. It's a good free tool to kind of get used to what a backlink is, but I would recommend paying $7 for 7 days with SEMrush to figure that out. Just check out searchenginejournal.com. It's a blog that gets posted pretty frequently about backlinks, SEO, and it's a good way to just keep up with it as a business owner.
So we're going to kind of wrap things up here, but before we go, I wanted to ask you, how long does it take before you'll see the impact of your backlinks when you're using your local SEO?
That's a great question. It could take anywhere. There's no specific answer. If I'm a great company and I'm continuing to up my SEO and I link to your website and my link gets more and more powerful, it's going to help you out as I'm growing, which is the coolest part. So if you can get backlinks from your friends who you believe in that are growing really powerful companies, go out and do it, because as they get more powerful, it's going to help bring your credibility up on your website as well. And that's why it's really cool to reach out to multiple companies and multiple different entrepreneurs that you believe in or webmasters that you believe in. That way you can aim for a higher domain authority yourself for your website.
That's really good information. Thanks so much for being with us today. I think this was really good information. And again, you know how to reach us if you have any questions, you need a little bit more in-depth information. But we're here to help you.
Yeah, don't get kicked off Google. Go try some of this stuff out.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. Yeah.